Hey folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to the second part of our latest game of Terraforming Mars over here, a digital version of one of my absolute favorite real-life board games. We are playing as Thorgate, a power corporation. We have a discount to playing cards with the power tag on them. It is generation 4 over here. Not a lot of development on Mars itself at this point between the 4 players. Our goal is to terraform Mars by increasing the oxygen, the temperature, and placing down oceans. And then at the end of the game to have the most points. This is the start of Generation 4. I do have enough heat to raise the temperature. What I would like to do is delay. Hopefully someone raises it to negative 22, and then we'll jump on it and bring it to negative 20, which will give us some more heat production. We have 20 megabucks to spend. We've got some decent cards. Well, here's the thing. I could just jump on things with deep well heating. Actually, I guess that's what I'll do. I'll play deep well heating, which will raise the temperature by 1, as well as giving us more power production. We can offset the cost by spending a little bit of steel. So it decreased the cost by 2 for every steel. There's no reason, I think, for us to have saved up steel. Different people with different cards might want to use steel for different things, but for us, we'll just use it as a way to discount things. So we'll play this. It'll increase the temperature to negative 22. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to burn off 8 of our stored heat to increase the temperature to minus 20, which will give us more heat production. And of course, every step we raise the temperature, we also get more terraforming rating, which is score at the end, as well as income every turn. Yellow player is going to reserve a spot on the board here. Yellow player is also going to import water from Europa, placing another ocean. The oceans are going to go very, very, very fast. And you got to be able to adapt to this. Like, every game, different parts of this will go faster. And there's usually a rush. Like, if people want to raise the ocean and other people are raising the ocean, then they're going to want to raise the ocean as quickly as possible to use up their cards or whatever. Whereas oxygen's not going up right now, so it's like, oh, then we don't have to rush to get our oxygen producing cards. I actually do have an oxygen producing card that I could play. It's my steel power plant or something like that. Steel plant that uses power to make steel and oxygen, I believe. We do have an action we can play here. We can pay 7 megabucks to raise our steel production by 1. We could do that, or we could play the nitrophilic moss, which will raise our plant production. It would be nice to play both. We're gonna have to pick and choose. I think it's tricky because if we raise our steel production, we're effectively going to be having more income to play things. But the plant stuff is really powerful as we go forward, so I think I will play this. Plus, something could happen that could eat the 2 plants we have banked right now, and then we wouldn't be able to play this anymore because we have to spend 2 banked plants to play this, but then we get plant income. So yeah, I'll go ahead and get this out of the way, lest we miss our opportunity. I have $4 left, which isn't enough to play any cards in hand or any of the standard projects, unless I decide I want to sell some of my cards, but I don't think I want to, so I will just skip the rest of my turn, and then when it comes back to me, I think I will pass, which will end my actions of this generation. So someone has placed a greenery here, which did raise the oxygen by 1%. So, scoring on the board, every greenery that you have on the board at the end of the game is worth 1 victory point. You can also play cities. Cities aren't worth victory points by themselves, but for every greenery adjacent to your city, you get a victory point. And it doesn't matter who owns the greenery. So this person placed a greenery here. I might want to put a city next to it, because then my city will be worth 1 victory point at the end of the game. But a city costs $25 if you play it from the standard project. There's also cards that put down cities as well, which can often be cheaper, maybe at the cost of power or whatnot. So, end of the generation, we're getting our production phases over here, banking various cash. Our income's getting a little bit better, so we're making 27 per turn now, which isn't too bad. I mean, it's certainly gone up from the 20 at the start, but we're certainly not raking in the dough. But we have alternate means. We have a little bit of steel production, a little titanium production. That helps to offset some of our costs. We actually have a lot of titanium banks, so we'd be very interested in acquiring perhaps another a card with a space tag. For example, the Phobos Space Haven over here. This will place a city on Phobos as opposed to regular Mars, so that city will never be worth points at the end of the game because it can't be adjacent to anything, but playing this gives me 3 victory points and also gives me more titanium production. So 3 victory point card is really nice, but it doesn't do much for my economy. Like, yeah, it gives us titanium production, but it isn't much. Now, titanium discounts the cost of space cards by $3 per titanium, so I would get a $12 discount right now, but I'm not sure that's what we want to save up. Nuclear zone is interesting. You put a dead, like, nuclear tile somewhere on the planet, you raise the temperature. It is worth negative 2 victory points at the end of the game, but raising the temperature increases your terraforming rating, so it would offset itself. This effectively would be worth 0 points at the end of the game. And the only thing it would do is potentially screw another player by putting a little nuke next to him. Ironworks over here. So wait, hold on. What do I have in my hand? What's the Steelworks? Generates 2 steel and generates oxygen. 4 energy, 2 steel, increase oxygen. And the Ironworks is 1 steel and 1 oxygen. Oh, but I think it's cheaper. Mine cost 15 to put down. This would cost 11 to put down. Still, I think it would be redundant to have both. Archaeobacteria can only be played if the temperature is 18 or lower. I'm going to be the second to act this turn. It's unlikely that purple will raise the temperature 2 steps on his turn. I can probably squeeze this in. In any case, right now we're just drafting, so I'm going to go ahead and draft that. Whether or not we buy it, we will see. Aerobraked Ammonia Asteroid. Let's just put bacteria on a card that uses bacteria tokens. We don't have any, so it doesn't matter. Raise heat and plant production, meh. Nuclear power. It's a power card, so it's cheaper for us. It lowers our income, but gives us more power. Magnetic Field Dome costs us 2 power production, gives us plant production, and a terraforming. I know, I'll draft the nuclear power card. Heather. We're not that far away from being able to play this. It'll give us some more plant production. Viral Enhancers. When you play a card with these symbols, you can add tokens. We don't really have a token-based thing. I'll grab the Heather. I don't know if we're buying it. Okay, and what do we get? Nitrite reducing bacteria. Action, we can add a microbe to this card or remove 3 microbes from this card to increase our terraforming rating. That's not bad. Here's the question. Are we buying anything? Because I want to be able to play these cards finally. We have 30 bucks. I would quite like to play 7 to increase my steel production a little bit more. At some point we'll stop doing that, but I think it's still worth doing that for now. How many power tags do we currently have in play? 3. So if we were to play the power grid, it would increase our power production by 4, and we need 4 per turn to create our steel thing. Here's the thing, I think I'll buy the nuclear power. And only that. I'm going to do sort of an eco-round thing over here. Oh, this player did play the viral enhancers. And another ocean. I kind of want to place a tile right here because I'd get 6 bucks back, which is kind of nice. But I don't really have anything to do that. I'm going to play the nuclear power, offsetting its costs as much as I can. So this puts in my 4th power tag, right? Yeah, and so now if I play this and it counts itself, this will give me 5 extra power production. I think it's the right time to do this. So now we're producing 10 power per turn, which will mostly translate to a lot of excess heat that we can use to raise the temperature. So we'll probably be rushing down here. We want to raise the temperature as many times as possible before those opportunities go away. Oh, he's played a commercial district. All right. I think the commercial district is worth victory points for every adjacent city at the end of the game. So normally you place this adjacent to someone else's city. The AI, I don't think, is very good at placing tiles on the board. Now, at this point, I'd normally like to have lots of stuff placed on here, because I really like to score a lot by placing things on the board. This is a little slow for me, but we can usually play a fair amount of catch-up. We've got a little bit of plant production, which will help us out a fair bit to place greeneries, which is going to be nice. But we're not making a ton of money, which is what you need to place cities with standard projects, but we have enough power that we could use a lot of the city cards that pop up. Okay, we have 8 megabucks left. We actually have an income of -1 listed here, but it is offset, so we're only going to make 25 bucks next turn, which is a little crummy. I will use this to increase my steel production 1 more step over here, which at least, you know, this is worth, in a sense, every steel is worth 2 bucks in a way. We got that. I mean, at some point I could ditch the steelworks. No, I don't think we will. We'll just skip and pass. Try to get the steelworks down next turn, which will help us between our huge heat production that we'll have as a side effect of our power, and then the steelworks, which makes steel but also raises oxygen. We're gonna be starting to like boost this up quite a bit. The game actually might end faster than expected because someone is spamming the oceans, right, with the imported water from Europa, and we will be raising both these meters pretty quickly. which is important to keep track of. Knowing that it's going to be somewhat of a shorter game, you want to adapt your strategy to that. And maybe what we can do is maybe Mars itself won't be very filled up. We might end the game early without filling up much of the board here and just try to go for a sprint. Unfortunately, we have no real cards that generate victory points for us. I mean, we can't just rely on the terraform rating. Well, who knows what's going to happen? We will see. Luckily, most of the cards that build cities, which also consume power, tend to be building cards, which means our steel production is going to help with that to offset some of those costs. All right, Generation 6. Let's see what cards we draft. We're going to be first to act this turn, if it matters. So Ganymede, for every Jovian tag you have, you get Terraforming. But we don't have Jovian tags. Beam from a Thorium asteroid has like 3 different tags, including a power tag, so we get a discount for it. Oh, it requires you already have a Jovian card in play, but it gives you power and heat. And, you know, so it's slightly cheaper for us, but not as meaningful. Ice cap melting. I mean, that's a really cheap way to place an ocean. Building industry. Is it still... It might... I don't know if it's time relevant for this anymore. Let's do that. How many building tags do I have? 7. This would be my 8th building tag, which means I could claim the milestone for builder, which actually sounds pretty good. We're fairly far away still from 4 degrees. Not that far. There's a bunch of heat if you want, but we don't have the money. We don't have 5 science tags, but this is a crazy powerful card for only $5. Well, it's actually 8. We have a discount. We need 5 science tags. I'll keep the mangrove because we might be tempted. Rad suits. There needs to be 2 cities placed. Not. I don't think they have to be my cities. It's fairly cheap and just gives us money. Oh, the electric catapult is wonderful. The auction's still low enough to do it. This is a good way to make some cash. A really good way to make some cash. I'm going to select that to hold on to. And then we get a 4th card from whatever was left over. Mining expedition here. I'm going to take the electro catapult. So it lets you fling a plant or steel into space to get $7. Building industry is not bad for us. It is more steel production, but I mean, I can't discount both of these. But we'll make money with this right away. Okay, I'll leave the others. We'll take those 2 cards. Yeah, this is going to be nice. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to play the electro catapult, because we have plant production that we can fling into space. So it's going to cost us 13. Oh, and the other thing we will do... Well, actually, we'll take a quick little peek at everyone else, at their tags. Okay. 6 builder tags. It's... Okay, he can't play 2 builder tags and get the milestone. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Okay, so we could fund... Except we don't, we only have $7. Never mind. The builder tag. And no one can beat us to it, though, because we have 8 tags and no one else can do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use an action. I'm going to use the electro catapult here. And we will choose to fling a plant, because we actually can't do this deal. We'll fling a plant and get us $7. So effectively our income is 7 higher every turn right now, which is really, really, really quite good, because we were hurting for some cash. Yeah, he's importing that. There's only 1 ocean left to be played. On our turn, we're definitely going to want to fund that milestone before we lose the chance to claim that. It doesn't help our economy, but it's worth a lot of points at the end. 5 points is a lot. I mean, most of the cards are worth, like, 1 or 2. I mean, it adds up. Your winning game will have, 50, 60, 70 points, something. It depends on the number of players and different things determine, how many you're likely to have as the winner. Oh, someone's stealing stuff from someone. With the raiders. Okay, so we are definitely going to... Huh? Oh, there we go. Now it's lit. That was weird. Yes, I would like to claim the builder milestone so I can get some victory points at the end of the game. It's expensive, but worth it. So now I don't have enough to do the industrial center. I can do the building industries, which is going to be fine. It's cheaper than the industrial center. Well, it uses up power, but that's okay. That's the end of my actions. We'll probably raise the temperature as well, because we have lots of heat kicking around. May as well raise the temperature so that we can increase our terraforming rating, which gives us a bit of income. Okay, we only have 26 points here. He's got 32 now. I think yellow's the one who's been placing all the oceans. So it's very powerful to be able to get that going early on. Peroxide power. I wish I could speed these up. Well, a little more, although then I really wouldn't be able to see what the heck anyone's doing. Alright, so yes, we will raise the temperature one step. Boom. Boost our terraformer rating, and I think that's it. We can't play that. We can't play that action. Yeah, so we'll skip, and then we'll pass when it comes back to us. Passed. Passed. Purple. You're passing as well. Okay. And we will also... Alright. Oh, someone else found it a milestone. Oh, I think the gardener. Yeah, purple has 3 greeneries, so we went and founded that. We would love to put a city right here. Be next to 2 greeneries. So it'd be worth a fairly decent amount of points at the end. Plus, we get $2 back from next to the ocean. And more importantly, we'd like to place it here before someone else does. So we might plan on that. We are going to be last to act here. So someone else might grab that spot. But this is what the AI does. Players would never leave this many greeneries untapped. Restricted area is quite fun because you can spend $2 to just draw a card. So this is a card that's slightly cheaper than just buying it. I mean, you have to set everything up, right? You have to put this in play. So you have to keep it, or you have to buy the card, which costs 3, then play the card, which costs 11, so that's 14. And then you're drawing cards at 2 each. You do get to draw a lot more cards, which is kind of fun. It's a science tag if you combo like that. We don't really have anything going on of that nature. I'm tempted to draft the big asteroid just to block someone else from taking it. Which I think I'm going to do. As power... The thing is, we're setting ourselves up nicely to maybe have the heat award at the end of the game, which I think is what's going to happen. We don't need aquifer pumping because that would place oceans, which is basically nothing. I will select this. Yeah, there's more ocean cards. If they want to grab those, that's fine. Breathing filters, it's 2 victory points as long as the oxygen is above 7%. We'll select it. But yeah, we will probably fund the Thermalist award. Now, what are we going to buy here? We still haven't played Steelworks. We've got $26. Do we buy anything? I mean, victory points are great. Adaptive technology is what? Oh, your global requirements. You are plus or minus 2, so you can ignore some of the requirements a little bit. We've got 4 steel. This actually becomes a very cheap card if we just spend our steel on this. I'm going to take this because I think what we're going to do is we're going to fund Thermalist. We're going to want to fund it as early as possible, so it only costs 8, because the cost does go up. But it's hard to imagine anyone else competing for heat. So it's probably 5 victory points at the end of the game that we're going to lock in very, very, very hard. Like, we don't have a lot of raw heat production, but we have a lot of power production. So someone's playing the restricted area somewhere. There you go. It just, like, blocks a tile, effectively, and then gives you the card drawing ability, which is kind of nifty. Okay, no one placed anything here. I think what we're going to do, despite the fact that there's, you know, some cool cards I want to do, it would be excellent for us. We're just going to play the standard city project. Oh, we don't have enough. We have 23. We need 25. Crap. Okay, we're not going to do that then. Well, okay, that's not true. What I can do is I can fling a plant into space. I mean, there's lots of things I want to do, but I think this is going to be important. We're going to use this to build a city. So the standard project is $25. You place a city tile. I'm going to place it here, so it'll be worth 2 victory points at the end. I'll get $2 back from being next to the ocean as well. And when you place a city with a standard project, it also increases your income by 1. So we're back up to an income of 0. Whee! And is that going to be our entire turn? Because we don't have a lot of money left over. We have, what, $5 left over? I suppose I could raise the heat with my banked stuff, which is good. Boom, 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 boom. So you've already passed. Oh yeah, he's using this restricted area to draw a card. Good for you. Playing Extreme Cold Fungus. Alright. So I could... Oh, because I've got a bunch of steel kicking around. I could actually play the Steelworks. Yes, let's do that. So what I'm going to do is use the action to use the Steelwork, spending 4 power to generate some steel and raising the oxygen, which gives me terraforming rating. Excellent. That'll be the end of that. But when it comes back to me, I will raise the temperature. Oh, it would have been really nice to be the one to raise the oxygen up to 8%. We might still be able to. Depending, I mean, we're going to be third to act next round. Who knows what people are doing right now. But because we get a free temperature boost, which gets extra terraforming, which is lovely, you know? So he's generating like plant tokens and microbes or whatever. So yeah, we can't do that. Actions are nada. 0 money left over. So yeah, we'll just raise the temperature. We can actually raise it twice. Boom. And boom. 30 terraforming rating. Okay. Pass, pass. And we'll be passing as well, because we ain't got nothing left. Alright, what are we at? 21 minutes. Good. We can definitely do another generation. We might be able to squeeze in 2 here, depending on how quickly it goes. Oh, red's got quite a bit of heat banked up, too. Well, we haven't actually funded the thermalist yet. We'll have to see. I mean, we've been spending our heat, but at some point it's going to stop. Be nice if we could be the person to raise it to 0 and place the last ocean. We do have a lot of titanium. We're going to need to grab some sort of space card at some point. Comet here raises the heat, places an ocean, and eats 3 plants from someone, and is a space card, so we can offset the cost a lot. We need 2 science tags to play this, which we don't have. Oxygen has to be over 2%, which is... it's worth 2... It's very expensive, but it is a space card. 2 victory points, a little bit more heat and plant production. I'm worried that someone's going to take the comet and hit me with it. But the ocean part of it might be pointless. Someone might place the last ocean before we get to go. Okay, I'll just draft the methane from Titan. Cloud seeding reduces someone else's heat production. Oh, reduces our income, increases our plant income. Giant ice asteroid. We're not going to worry about that. It's like powerful, but new. Okay, we're going to draft this. Flooding places an ocean and it hurts someone else. The immigrant city is actually kind of nice here. So each time a city tile is placed, including this one, increase your money production by 1 step. We want to play this as early as possible. At steel discount, yeah, we actually will probably buy that and prioritize purchasing this. Regolith eaters is microbes that can generate oxygen. I think we have to buy the immigrant city. It's cheap and we can offset it with steel. Like, basically, it'll cost us $1. It does cost someone else's heat. Yeah, alright. I still want to fund Thermalist, I think. So again, the earlier the better, because once awards start getting funded. So, is there another milestone we could go for? I mean, we might be able to make a run at the 35 Terraformer. Mayor, we'd have to place 2 more cities. We've got 1. The immigrant city is going to be another. No one... Planner often doesn't go. It's sort of like a thing for like people who just end up with a lot of cards and kind of a slow start. So, okay. There's a lot of different things I want to do. So cities can't be placed adjacent to each other. It's important to remember that. Because, yeah, I want to place the immigrant city as quickly as possible because any city built afterwards gives me income. It's nice when you can place cities in such a way that there's an obvious greenery spot for you. Okay, let's play the immigrant city. And yeah, we'll decrease the cost by... There you go. It'll cost us $1. Done. Okay, I wasn't sure if this counted as a city or not. If I placed it here, one greenery here would do okay, but there's not a whole lot. Like, this is a good city to grab at the time, but it doesn't let me set up any particular, like, nice combos going forward. If I built the city, say, here, then I could always end up building one here, and then just filling the area inside with greenery. The downside is that I'm not claiming any bonuses right away. What if I build it here, try to build a little city triangle there? See, if I put it here, I'll get to draw a card, and it's next to another greenery. I think that's well worthwhile. We'll do that. What card did we get? Oh, hang on. It's animating some stuff here. I think we got this ecological zone. We have to have a greenery tile already. We build that, and then what does it do for us? When you play an animal or a plant tag, including these two, add an animal to this card. So at the end of the game, this is going to be worth 1 victory point for every animal on this card. So we could consider playing this and then drafting animal or plant cards. I can kind of see us maybe just selling this card, though. What do I want to do now? I got 20 bucks. I still have to, like, fling catapults and use all these abilities, which I'm going to want to do. I guess I don't have to rush for these. I mean, it's production, but yeah, let's hold off. First, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fling a plant into space to get some money. And that'll be the end of my turn. So we'll come back around, and then we'll see what we can do there. But yeah, I'm going to want to use all my actions, most likely. And at some point, when it feels the end of the game is near, and it's not that far away at this point, because it tends to, because people's production goes up and up and up, the last few turns burn through very quickly. Oh, I should have boosted the oxygen here. That was a bit of a mistake. I should have played another action first. I should have used my steel production to boost the oxygen so I get the free temperature boost as well. Hopefully no one ninjas the oxygen. But they can, yeah, no, it's going to happen here. He's playing a greenery, which increases the oxygen, which let him boost the temperature, so you got 2 terraformer rating out of that. I made a mistake. It cost me a point. It's interesting, there's still the ocean possibility. I don't think I can raise the temperature 3 steps, though. But yeah, I guess I may as well. I'll just spend some of my power to give me some steel and boost the oxygen, but that's what I should have done last turn. Do I still want to get some steel production? Yeah. Now, what I could consider doing, let's do this. I could also fund the award for the most amount of steel and titanium. I only have a titanium production of 1, but I've just been banking it so far. Although I do have a space card that I was going to play, so yeah, I don't know. And the other thing, I would really like the money to go and city, 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 and then just fill it with greenery. It'd be worth quite a few points. Because if you have the cities like that, this greenery is worth 1 point for itself, but then boosts each city by 1, so it's effectively a 3-point play, which is really, really quite sexy. Methane, we don't have enough for a city. I've used all my actions, so that's good. We can still raise the temperature, which we're going to want to do. Okay, well, let's do this. It does give someone else the opportunity to get that last ocean, though. I think I'll cloud seeding. Because I want the plants to be able to place greeneries. I mean, you can play them as standard projects, but 8 plants also lets you place a greenery, which is nice. And Inventrix over here has the highest heat production, so I'm going to take 1 away from him, which might make it a little easier for me to win the Thermalist. Importing water, there goes the last ocean. So raising the temperature to 0 will no longer give you a free ocean. It's a bit unfortunate. Well, this placement's okay, because I'm planning on placing a city there, so I'll get $2 back from having done that. So I think we have missed a few points throughout here. All right, well, we will do this. Yeah, we're going to spend all our titanium, which is actually required for us to be able to afford it. Can't believe we have -2 income. But we do have the space catapult, the electro catapult, so that does offset it somewhat. And, yeah, that's it here. I think we'll have to pass next turn. Hey, we got one more action than everyone else. Not that it really matters. But sometimes it can be a sign that you're doing well. We're 3 points away from maybe being able to fund the, or claim the Terraformer milestone. I mean, yellow's a little closer. We do get to act first, though, so we'll see. So my income is currently 30, because it's a 32 minus 2. This guy's income is 40. Yeah, our income is really bad. Really bad. It's a good thing we're going to offset it with the titanium and steel and stuff, but I don't know. Could still be much better. Okay. Ore processor. Oh yeah, we saw this one. Oh no, this is for titanium. Which, I mean, maybe. Honestly, in large... Oh, this would be free for us. That's funny. When you play a science tag, you get good stuff. Get some lichens here. Oh yeah, we're choosing what we keep here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep the ore processor because I don't want other people raising the oxygen right now. You can place this, and then you get a little bit more income. It might be a bit late for income. The Zeppelins are really cool, though. Increases your money production by 1 step for each city tile on Mars when you play this. I don't know if the income... There's not that many turns left, so I'm not sure if it'll pay for itself. Yeah, well, we'll just hold on to this one, because it's cheap. We might play it, and we don't necessarily want someone else to, like, play something in the way. Oh, this is our titanium, and steel is worth more. It's really late for that. But then our steel would be worth $3 each, and our titanium would be worth $4 each. I think it's too late for this to be meaningful. I'm just going to block some of the greenhouse gas producing bacteria, because I know some other people have some microbe tech going on. Ooh, the quantum extractor. You need 4 space tags for this, but yeah, it gives you 4 energy per turn. And when you play a space card, you pay 2 less for it. It's really nice. I'm strongly thinking of not buying anything here because I want to play some cities. And it's expensive. We don't have a lot of money. So I'm just going to hit done. We still have 2 cards in our hand as well. So yeah, there's no reason to, like... Well, we are kind of concerned with getting our temperature boosts in here because we want to be able to, like, get the final bits of the score here. But I also want to fund these awards. I got to remember that. I think I'm going to start by placing a city here. So we'll get the 2 steel. Yeah, we'll probably sell that ecological thing. We'll do this. We'll get the 2 steel from placing it on there, as well as $2 back from being next to the ocean. And then we're nicely set up to do a greenery over here. And... Oh, right, and we've got the immigrant city, so our income raised even more. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to place the other city here, which is a little bit sad-making. Let me go ahead and electro-catapult at this point. I'm actually going to start flinging steel for now, because I am going to want to use the thing. I mean, I kind of want both, but I don't know. Anyway, we'll do that. Greenhouse gas factories. All right. Yellow's going to make a bit more heat. I might want to claim one of the awards this turn. Yeah. Could have probably done that instead of electro-catapulted, actually. Small animals. So they're starting to earn points from those things. Got 11 victory points currently sitting on his cards. He's adding plants and or microbes. Okay, he's generating plants. He's going to be able to cash it in. Oh, yeah, he's got Ecoline, so he's only spending 7 plants to place a greenery. Yeah, I think... we might be able to make him run a landlord later on. Right now we're tied for that. Miner we definitely have the most, and I suspect we're going to get it. I think Miner is safer than Thermalist. I'm going to fund this first. We're still most likely going to make a run at Thermalist. I'm going to use that. I don't think we're going to use the thing that increases our steel production anymore. Because I think there's not enough terms for it to really necessarily pay off. I don't know. But this is fine, because it raised oxygen. And gave me some steel. We got predators, which eats animals from other players. Okay, business contract. Gonna let him look at 4 cards and keep 2. He's got 10 cards in his hand. I don't think he's gonna be playing them all before the end of the game, although he does have pretty good income. Got a bonus of 9 per turn here. He might be trying to unlock the banker. I think we will fund the thermalist. We may not win. Oh, someone funded landlord. Now, the thing, so if we want to fund the last one, it's going to cost us 20 bucks. It's now gotten very expensive. We actually could make a run to, against landlord, which is interesting. Okay, so I'm not using any of those. Oh, the auction's almost full. Let's go ahead and place a greenery right now, so that we can take credit for the oxygen. I guess we may as well raise the temperature. I suspect the game will end next turn. So we would get to place an ocean, except there's none left. Yeah, we're fairly aggressive with the terraforming. I think, yeah. I mean, it's possible that we won't finish raising the temperature, because I can't finish the temperature by myself next turn. Oh, someone funded something else. Someone funded some landlord. Banker makes sense. Okay, so thermalist doesn't matter, so I can actually spend my heat with abandon. Okay. Am I done? Great Dam is worth a victory point. Now, part of me is like, do I want to keep the steel to win? I think I'm still in good place to win. I'm gonna go ahead and spend all 5 and keep the money. But mostly playing it for the victory point right now, rather than the actual power generation. Oh, he's raising the heat. Yeah, no, we're definitely done next turn. If he was a jerk, he could put mining rights right there. So what we would like to do is place a city here and then try to greenery those 2 on our next turn. It might at least put me in 2nd position for the landlord. So I'm going to go and sell this card. Yeah, because I have no intention of playing it, so that'll give me $1 back. I have 9 bucks. I could boost my steel production, but I'm not gonna. I don't know why it was grayed out, because yeah, I guess it was still animating. Standard projects. I could build a power plant, but I don't think there's any reason to do it. No, I will skip, and then I will pass. And next turn, we will have enough money to buy a city. We will, I believe, have enough plants. No, we'll be short 1 plant to place a greenery that way. I don't know. Maybe we'll get a card that can give us a plant? You do get 1 more turn. Even after the game ends, you get 1 final production phase, which can help with getting the awards. And then you get 1 chance to place plants. If you have any plants, like you have plants stored up, you can place 1 more greenery doing that way. We're going to go first on this last turn, which is very meaningful. Place a volcano and raise the temperature. I mean, conceivably. That's worth a victory point. This could be worth 2. I'm going to select this, and we may not play it. We may not buy it. I'm going to do this just to block someone from getting 4 victory points. Because someone's got the space tags. Okay, this is really nice. An open city. This is going to be a much discounted city for us to play. Much discounted. Because of the... Okay, so... because it's got a base cost of 23, we can offset it with steel. It also gives us 2 plants, which is going to be huge because that gives us the greenery to play it on this turn. So we're going to buy that. I don't think I'm going to buy lava flow. Investment loans is well worth it here. So it's going to cost us 3 to grab this card, and then 3 to play it. It's going to lower our income by 1, but who cares? This is the last turn and give us this. So effectively, this will give us 4 bucks. I can't play this because I don't have 5 science tags. I don't think the lava flow is going to be worthwhile, because I think we're not going to get a chance to take advantage of that. So we would very much like, if we're going to do anything that raises the auction, and we will, because we're going to want to place at least 1 greenery, we want to do it before it gets capped, so we earn the points. I mean, you can still place a greenery, but then you don't get to raise the auction. So I think what we have to do is we've got to start with the open city. So let me check. The miner here, we're well ahead. well ahead. We can definitely spend down quite a bit. I mean, there's a chance that they will generate some steel or something like that, so we've got to be a little bit careful, but we could probably spend down to 8 and definitely be safe. We might be able to go down to like 6, especially since this will also raise the auction, but I guess we're not going to do both. Okay, I'm going to play Open City. That will leave me 15, so 23. And buying a greenery is 23. I think that's probably what'll happen. Done. I'm going to place you here. And this open city gives me plants. I'll then use these plants to place a greenery here, which will be the final raising of oxygen, so no one else can earn points by raising oxygen. Oh, I could claim the, yes, shoot. Actually, I could have before. I'm still okay with that. Hopefully no one grabs any milestones. But on my turn, I will grab, I mean, I guess that'll screw up my money, but this is going to be much, much more worthwhile, because that'll be a 5-point play as opposed to a 3-point play. If I can claim the Terraformer, because I have a Terraform rating of 35 or higher. I don't know if I'm going to win this, though, because players have cards with a bunch of victory points and things like that, all the animal stuff going on. Okay, this milestone's going to be nice, though. So we're going to grab... Are you still animating? Yeah, there we go. We're going to grab this. I guess I could claim the mayor as well. I can claim either one of these for the points. And this is the last milestone, so it doesn't matter. Here, we'll grab Terraformer. It literally makes no difference. Either way, I'm spending 8 to get 5 victory points, which is really nice. What I'm going to want to do is do my temperature raising before that stops becoming a possibility. It's maybe possible that the game's not going to end on this turn. Now, Thermalist isn't a thing, right? Thermalist didn't get funded, so yeah, I can definitely spend this with Abandon, and we can get money. I guess... Okay. I will raise the temperature. There you go, so it can be raised twice more. I can't raise the temperature anymore, though. Red can, just by spending heat. So it probably will. So that's 6. Can anyone bring it to 8? We actually might not end this turn. I don't know if that's good for me or bad for me. I have no clue. I mean, you know, certainly it means I can do more, but then so can the AI. I sort of kind of had an optimal turn here. So, okay, I can't raise anything here. I've got a few bucks. I don't have enough to... I guess I could raise... I could end the game by bringing an asteroid that will increase the temperature. So, using this gives me steel and oxygen, but oxygen can't raise, so it's moot. This gives me some money. So, I could fling the last plant. I guess if it's not going to end... I can raise the temperature 1 more. Let's assume we're going to get another turn out of this. It goes, oh yeah, right, hold on. Someone else does have the heat boost. I'm going to act last. So I'm going to assume red's going to raise the temperature. Therefore, it could still go to another turn, but maybe I just want to end it all. I could get another greenery, which would be a 3-point play. If I don't raise the temperature, I get to place a greenery here next turn. And do what else? I've sort of, you know, I've blown everything, right? I've gone through everything. Yeah, we're gonna end it. We're gonna end it. Well, okay, hold on. I can play this. This is probably better. Which then enables me to be able to afford the greenery once that refreshes. We're here for a 3-point play. It's 1 point for the greenery itself, and then 1 bonus point in each city, so it's 3 points. I will act last. Probably means I won't be able to ninja the last temperature boost. But maybe. I don't know if the AI prioritizes it the same way. Man, red's got a lot of cards. I suppose I can still electro-catapult. I wonder if I can electro-catapult and raise the temp. I don't know how much money I've got. Oh, I only have 1 buck left. I mean, I guess I will still electro-catapult. And do a steal. I'm not going to do those. I could power plant, but who cares? Alright, we'll skip and then pass. So red can still place a green and raise the temperature. And there it goes. But unless someone's got a card or some action or something like that that I don't know about, I guess we're having 1 more turn. Unexpected. And again, I'm not sure if that's good for me. Ooh, cartel, that'll give him some income. Not that the income matters so much anymore. Alright, pass. Still have a city here I could put a greenery next to. Maybe here. Get the steel, get 2 bucks back from that. I mean, I suppose I could put a greenery here as well. That's next to one of my cities. Or here. Is there another spot to place a city that would be good? Again, you can't put cities adjacent to other cities. I could put one here to get the... Or here. Draw a card and have the greenery bonus. That wouldn't be terrible. Alright, here we go producing. I got 21 heat sitting here. But I'm going to be last to act. If the heat hasn't been raised, it hasn't been capped on my turn, it's going to be wonderful. Because I will definitely raise it to get the extra terraform rating, therefore an extra point. Because it's effectively free. Oh no, we are done! Someone else raised the temperature somewhere. I missed that. I don't know what they did to raise the temperature to the last degree. But there we go. So this so the game ended because someone maxed out the temperature after all. We get that 1 production phase, and if you have enough plants to place another greenery, you can do it here right at the end of the game as an extra action. But I do not. I'm 2 plants short. Yellow's going to be able to do it. Now I think that I really did want it to go an extra round, but okay. And purple's going to be able to do it as well. I might lose this one. It would not surprise me. So I have the highest terraforming rating right now. This points from awards, points from milestones, but it's the cards I'm worried about. Oh, see, purple's really close. Get a lot more greenery. Point from cities. My cities, the AI doesn't do very well with city placement, but I only have 6 points on my cards. Wow, red had 18 points on their cards, but I did win it. Okay. I was concerned. It was a little closer than I would have normally liked. But still very good. 74 points is pretty good score in a game like this. 60s are pretty good as well. So fairly competitive. The AI has gotten stronger since the release of the game. It's still not like a beast or anything like that. But there you go. Thanks for watching, folks. I'll see you guys next time.